the minor seventh chord. The word minor just simply means flat to third. Just think of minor means flat to third. If you think of that, you don't have to worry about anything else, just flat to third. So we're going to start off in the key of C just for simplicity's sake. Then maybe I'll show you in a different key also. So we're doing the minor seventh chord, the minor seventh chord. So we're going to have a start off with the C scale, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can put an 8 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And an 8 is the same thing as a 1. Normally we just call it a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay. Um, we're on the major. I'm sorry. We're on the minor seven chord. So we're gonna use all odd numbers. A 1, which is your root note. That's a C. The third. 1, 2, 3. We're getting the numbers right from our scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So we're gonna use a 1, 3, and now we said a minor 3, or should I say a minor seventh chord. So the 3 has got to be flatted. Instead of an E, we're going to take it down a half step to E flat. So that'll be 1, flat 3, 5. They come from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, minor third, 5. Here's our 7, but we always flat the 7 in every chord except for the major chords. And this is not a major chord, so we're going to take this B down a half step, take it down to B flat. And you might say, what do you mean by every chord except for the major chord? If the name of the chord does not have the word major in it, you automatically flat the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now take that 7, whatever it is, can be a black or white key. Just take it down a half step, which also can be either a black or white key. In this case, it happened to be a black key. So I'll try to make that plainer. 1, flat 3, using odd numbers, 5, and then a flat 7 because it does not have the word major. It's not a major 7, it's a minor 7 chord. So automatically flat the third since it's minor, and then the every chord we flat the 7, except for if the chord is a major chord. So for your minor 7, I'm just going to just deal with that. 1, flat 3 to make it minor, 5, and then your flat 7. That's a minor 7 chord right there. And that can be played exactly the way that I'm showing you right there. But there are a whole bunch of different ways to play the minor 7 chord, but I'm going to show you one way that is typical. There are other typical ways also. I'm just showing you another way. Um, I'm going to bring the C here that's on the left hand, or on the right hand rather. I'm going to take it out the right hand and put it in the left hand. This 1, or the root note, which is C. I'm going to bring it way down here to the bass. I can use 2 of them if I want, as long as you have the root there in your left hand. Okay, and then this highest note right here, which is going to be your dominant 7th, or should I say your flat 7 chord. That's what the word dominant means, just mean flat 7. So that flat 7 chord, or note, should I say, the highest note, I'm just bringing it down. You don't have to do it this way. Actually, you keep it just like that. I know it looks like an E flat chord, but it's really a C minor 7 because your left hand bass is what determines what chord you're really playing. So you can play this chord just like this. That's a C minor 7. That's one way of playing it. And another way that I play it, of course, there are more ways. And I'm going to bring this highest note, which in this case is a flat 7. I'm going to bring it down an octave. In other words, instead of using this B flat over here, I'm going to use this B flat right here. Still keeping the same letters, E flat, G, and a B flat is going to be here. So therefore, there's your C minor 9. I'm sorry, C minor 7 chord. C minor 7. Okay, all those were minor 7 chords. So I'm going to show you another one since I showed you that one. That's a C minor 7. Doesn't look like it, but your left hand bass is what determines. Now I'm going up to the up a half step to C sharp minor 7. Same thing as a D flat minor 7. C sharp, D flat is the same thing. Okay? So I'm going to show you how I got that. I'm at do the C sharp D flat scale again. D flat scale 1, That's your scale. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is the same thing as a 1. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, so we're going to use all of the odd numbers from that scale that we just done, from the major scale. So we're going to use a 1. And by the way, this is a minor 7 chord. So you're going to use a 1, 3, but this is our third, which is F, but we got to flat the third. In other words, that don't mean make it a black key. It just mean take it down a half step. So we had F, so now I'm going to use E instead of F because it's a minor chord. Minor means flat the third. So 1, take the 3 down a half step. So we got a flat third, or flat 3 rather. And then you got a 5. That's 5 came from your scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, flatted third, 5, and we're doing a minor 7, so we need a flat 7 in there. So here's a 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is C, but 7 is always flatted in every chord except for a chord that has a word major in it. So this is C, so we got to take it down to B. Okay, so again, that's 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. Okay, which in this case, if I tell you the letters, I'm using D flat, E, A flat, B. Now you can play this chord exactly like that if you like, but I'm gonna show you one other or at least one other typical way to play it. Is you could take this 1 out of your right hand. You can keep it there if you want to, but you could take it out of your right hand and put that. It's called your root. Also, put it in your left hand, which in that case is a C sharp or a D flat. And that's how you would play it. You can play it with it in the right hand too. But I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna omit it. So you can play it just like that. It look like an E chord. And some musicians might call it an E over D flat, meaning that you play an E chord in your right hand and a D flat in your left hand. But technically speaking, your left hand bass, your bass determines the name of the chord. In this case, it's a D flat chord. So then technically, this is a D flat minor 7 chord. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more way to do it. You can invert or move any of these notes anywhere across the keyboard that you want. So I'm gonna move this B. I'm just gonna move it down an octave. Still gonna have E, A flat, and B, but instead of the B being here, way up top, I'm gonna bring it on the bottom. So now I have B, E, A flat, left hand bass, D flat. So that's your C sharp minor chord, or C sharp is the same thing as D flat, so that's your D flat minor chord. Or I mean D flat minor 7 chord. Okay, I'm gonna do, I guess I'll do 2 more for you. Let's do B flat. But I'm gonna do the next 2 a little bit faster. Here's your B flat scale. Sorry, one more time. So I took the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, always flat to 7, so it's going to end up being A flat, 7, and 1. So 1, here's your third, but it's a minor 7, so we got to always flat to 3, since it's minor, so take that third down a half step, that's your flat 3. So I'm using odd numbers, 1, flat 3, 5, that's the 5th of B flat, and then here's your 7, that's your major 7, but we got a flat to 7. So 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. Okay, that's your B flat minor 7 chord, and it can be played exactly like that with no variations. But I'm just showing you a couple of different ways to play it. Take the B flat and put it in the left hand bass. Play them both at the same time, or you can take that B flat out of your right hand, and that would be a B flat minor 7 chord. Don't look like it, but that's what it is, because the left hand bass determines what the name of your chord is. And I'm going to show you one more way to play this. Just bring this A flat, or your highest note, shall I say. Just bring it down an octave. From here, A flat just going to move over here. So that's your B flat minor 7. And I said I was going to show you another one, so I'm going to show you one more. And let's do let's try the A minor 7th. I don't know if we did that one yet or not. Forgive me if I did it already. We're doing an A scale. We're going to do the A minor 7th chord. So we're doing the key of A. Don't get it mixed up with A flat. We're the key of A. So it's A minor 7 chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That was the A scale. So I'm using the odd numbers. 1, Here's your 3, but we always use a flat 3. In this case, it could still be a white key. That just means take whatever your third, take it down a half step. So that'll be 1, flat 3, 5, which is E. And then we're going to use a flatted 7. This is your major 7, which is A flat from that A scale, but we're going to take it down a half step to flat to 7. So you got 1, flat 3, 5, and of course your flatted 7. That will be an A minor 7. You can play it exactly like that if you want, or you can also add the A in your bass, your left hand bass. And you could take out the A in your right hand. It's totally optional, totally up to you how you want to do it. Just showing you one way. And you can play it just like that. That'll be an A minor 7 chord. Look like a C chord over A, which means C on the right hand, A on the left. But technically, the left hand decides the name of your chord. So you got an A on the left hand, so this is technically called an A minor 7. I'll show you one more way to do it. Bring this high note. I'm going to bring this high note, which is G. Just bring it down here. I'm just using a different inversion. That's all I'm doing. So that's an A minor 7. So take that chord. I'm taking everything down a half step. Now I'm at A flat minor 7. Remember, the left hand determines. Show you what the name of your chord is. Taking it down again. G minor 7. Down again. I'm taking a half step. That becomes a G flat minor 7. Down a half step. That makes it an F minor 7. E minor 7. E flat minor 7, D minor 7, then you got a C minor 7 again. I just went up an octave, that's all I did. Same notes, just went way up here. So just play with them, going half steps. Just play with them until you get very, very comfortable with them. That's the minor 7th chord.